Where are you too, man? Hey man, I got a story on the real Bleeda. Louisiana rapper Foolish moving them all after a murder charge. He already committed, then he got caught for it a year later in the mall by the police because he was waving his gun. So we finna see what's up with this video.
There's a lot of trauma, bro. Like, from here standing and speaking to you, it seems like there's a lot that's affected you, bro.
I don't even feel I be feeling like that. Dog. Like, I just like take the most pain without making no noise.
Imagine just getting signed. People starting to pick up your music outside your home state. But then you get some pride while you in a local mall. A crew who you known to have beef with post their presence. And in return, you whip out your firearm and wave it for the gram. Inside this local mall like cameras not watching. Long behold, the police end up locking you up. But once they got you, they indict you for murder last year. Let's be real. At that point, you probably wish you wasn't so stupid. But what if that was all you knew? Your mom passed away when you was just 4 years old. And by the time you was in the 6th grade, they sent you to Texas to go live with your dad because you was getting out of hand. Except that didn't work neither.
I've been staying in Baton Rouge my whole life. My whole life I stayed in Baton Rouge, but in 6th grade, you heard me, I moved to Texas though with my daddy because I kept getting in trouble in school and shit. Flashing out, beating the and shit, crashing, I'm talking about. Man, I swear to God, son, I beat the one time, son. I bust all the nose, and you see blood all on the wall. Talking about my mama, you know, my mama passed away, I was 4 years old. Like, that shit, I used to be hot about that shit. Like, that shit used to get a nigga hot. You hear me? Like, I couldn't take that shit out. I ain't gonna lie.
Now for those who don't know, that's a
Westminster College has a rich history of excellence in cultivating leaders. And now
That's a local rapper from Louisiana who go by the name of True Bleeda, alongside his friend who passed away, who we'll briefly speak on in this video. But the reason I just let you see that clip is because recently, within the last 24 hours, after being arrested for almost a month, this local rapper has been indicted for a murder. The murder of a woman in her 40s who was gunned down last year during a drive-by. Today we'll disclose the details to that case. We also go over all public information leading up to that and see who this rapper is and his affiliations. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Now, according to them, the Bleeda / 100K is a rap crew and a neighborhood clique from the north side of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But according to the police, they a gang that been having issues with different groups in Louisiana. One most noticeable, 4K Trey, an alleged gang that was allegedly associated with NBA Youngboy. Some say the beef with NBA Youngboy has started after his younger brother B-Way, who's another well-known rapper based out of Louisiana, was shot at, leaving his whip being shot up in the process. This incident took place in Glen Oaks, which is also an area that the True Bleeders are known for getting busy at. Now, it's also been rumored that the Bleeders member, a well-known rap star who went by the name of True Bleeda, was allegedly held responsible, which led him to being gunned down. But let's slow it down for a second. The members was originally tied in with another Glen Oaks rap crew called Jungle Music, until a beloved member named Monty was shot and killed back in March of 2014. At Fredo Bang's birthday party. Monty was also the older brother of the young Baton Rouge rap star, True Bleeda, who, as we just mentioned, was shot and killed in February of 2022. He was just 18 years old when he lost his life in a hell of gunfire near the Mall of Louisiana on a Friday afternoon. Police had swarmed the intersection of Blue Bonnet Boulevard at around 1:30 p.m. after an unidentified shooter had opened fire from a vehicle near the entrance of the mall parking lot. There was 4 people in total in the car with True Bleeda. The car was targeted by the shooter, which was covered in bullet holes when officers had arrived. 2 of them died at the scene, and another 2 were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Even at that time, police said the shooting stemmed from a feud between violent groups. They said the attackers reportedly left their own bullet-ridden car behind and were picked up in a separate vehicle to get away. BRPD later identified the 2 killed as 19-year-old Clifton Lindsay and 18-year-old Dante Dorsey, the local rapper who went by the name of True Bleeda. May they both rest in peace and love and condolences to their families. The 2 surviving victims were 21 and 19 years old, according to authorities.
Blue Bonnet and Bacardi. Upon arrival, we found a car that had 4 victims. 2 of the victims been transported to the hospital. 2 other victims have died here at the scene. Now, we want everybody here in the community to know that this is a targeted shooting. We have information of the vehicles that were involved. We have a second vehicle that has bullet holes in it. We know that the individuals that were inside of that car, who we believe to be the shooters, were picked up by a 3rd vehicle. So we know that someone out here saw something. We're asking the community to come forward with information. Now, we're going to review cameras that are here in the area in hopes of getting some video surveillance footage that we can review in hopes of finding the perpetrators that are responsible for the shooting. So again, 2 are deceased here on the scene, 2 have been transported to the hospital, and we do know that this is a isolated incident. The individuals that were inside of this car were targeted. There are some situations that are happening in Baton Rouge of individuals having issues and rival groups that are committing violence against one another. So we're asking the community to come forward with those individuals that you know that may be involved, so that we can hold those responsible for this shooting and place them in jail.
The police also found out later after this situation that a week prior at Lindsay's house on Revere Drive in Glen Oaks, his sister, 16-year-old Shamaya Lindsay, was shot and killed. And just like the mall shooting, that shooting was also intended for her brother, Tremaine Lindsay, but he had survived. And because he shot back, he was arrested on attempt murder charges.
Baton Rouge Parish continued today with a deadly shooting just a block from Glen Oaks High School.
Investigators sharing few details tonight, but News 2's Johnson Von Springer was at the scene for hours this afternoon learning more from witnesses.
Yeah, not too long after school let out, gunfire rang out. 3 people were shot tonight. One of them is dead.
Just after 3 o'clock Friday afternoon, 2 ambulances leaving Avocado Drive in the Glen Oaks neighborhood. Sirens blaring, lights flashing. Minutes before, a cloudless afternoon punctured by gunfire. In total, 3 people were shot, one of them killed in the street. Layers of crime scene tape, throngs of witnesses and passers-by, the aftermath. As the sun set, the coroner's office arriving to yet another homicide. As of Tuesday, 143 homicides had been reported in East Baton Rouge Parish for 2021, a record. This time last year, that figure stood at 113. The driver's side window of this white SUV shot out. Sources telling WBRZ gunfire was exchanged between people in that car and others near a home. Gunshots from the person returning fire near the home are believed to have hit and injured the 3 people in the white SUV. Sources saying it was an adult and her 2 children in that car who went to a house for an altercation. According to one witness lingering by yellow crime scene tape, this all began when a group of girls was on the street to fight before the many shots rang out. That witness, who did not want to go on camera, saying a male had been shot in the mouth, his mother in the side, and his sister being the latest life lost to gun violence.
The identity of that victim has not been released, but tonight the coroner's office telling me it is indeed a female, and the sheriff's office has not provided any details on potential suspects or arrests. And when the 2 surviving victims were taken to the hospital this afternoon, we were told one was in stable condition, the other critical condition. So,
based on the True Bleeda's beef, people always assume that somebody from the Vultures, CJ, came to mind because of a quote he put on Instagram, and another person named Oaktown J, who repped 4K Trey, who lost his life, was allegedly responsible for the shootings of the True Bleeders during that period in 2022. Nonetheless, during that time, NBA Youngboy was still becoming one of the biggest names in hip-hop. And when it came to the Bleeders, they only hope far as making it to the music business was real Bleeda. Fast forward to 2025, he started to make more music, more appearances on YouTube. NBA Youngboy just came home from the feds. And he would drop music with one of NBA Youngboy's alleged opposition, Fredo Bang.
You know, cute your brother, nigga, stop all of that and get in the field and get a kill. Cause that business we gon' stand on.
But But just 2 weeks after him and Fredo Bang had released that music video, May 19, 2025, the Monroe, Louisiana Police Department was called to the mall on Millhaven Road after a male subject was seen allegedly flashing a firearm inside the mall. The police didn't have to do much of a job as well because the video was posted by whoever was with the perpetrator. Authorities identified Bleeda as the male subject. I learned that he was involved in an argument with two members of YNN, a street gang in Monroe. After the exchange, the words Catherine and Tyreek Rollins, another member of the Bleeders gang, began to film the two YNN members as they walking away from the argument.
Oh, bullshit, scary Monroe ass niggas, man. Oh, bullshit ass niggas, man.
We'll tear this bitch up right now.
Oh, come on, y'all.
Yeah,
Tear this bitch up right now. No, nigga, man.
Welcome to Trade Zero America, designed for active traders who want more. Trade U.S. stocks and ETFs with.
And shortly after, True Bleeda and his homeboys would get arrested. But it would go weeks, and True Bleeda didn't get a bond. And this is where things get spooky. As of now, we don't know if the firearm he was caught with allegedly connected to a homicide in 2024, or he was just there and shot the wrong vehicle. But 2 weeks while incarcerated, Dave and Catherine, aka True Bleeda, would get arrested for first-degree murder. The victim was identified as Teresa Carligan, a homicide that took place in 2024. Teresa, who was described by her employer as having no beef with anybody, was waiting at a traffic light at the intersection of Airline Highway and Greenwell Street in September 16th, 2024, when another car had rolled up next to her. An occupant of the vehicle allegedly opened fire on Teresa's car, striking her multiple times and killing her. Her car then rolled into the intersection, crashing into a Sherp deputy vehicle. The Baton Rouge Police Department announced Tuesday they believe the shooter was the Baton Rouge, Louisiana rapper, Real Bleeda. Now, Catherine, aka Real Bleeda, has been charged with first-degree murder, as mentioned, and as of now, he have no bond. And because of this, what police considered the criminal enterprise, primarily based in the Glen Oaks neighborhood, the Bleeders, might be now coming to an end. After the two best friends who grew up together put Bleeders on the map, left one dead, 4 years later, one about to fight for his life.
Because at the moment, to my understanding, there's a bit of a war happening in Baton Rouge.
So they call it.
Yeah, like, that's what they call it, I guess. But like, there's, I guess, two big groups who are very popular in the streets who dislike each other.
Yeah.
Do you reckon those groups can ever just squash that? Do you reckon that can ever just end?
Shit, man. Do time stop? No. It'll squash when you can stop at 6'2", it'll squash. Whenever you can stop with new bitches, it'll squash.
And bro, then how's it ever gonna stop if it's like just get back, man? It's forever gonna happen.
Stop to the whole last man standing. That's what it is.
That's wild, bro. Last man standing.
As we head out of here, we do want to say rest in peace to every victim in this story and love condolences to you guys' family. It's an unfortunate situation. We're talking about a woman who lost her life. By the looks of it, had nothing to do with nothing. All from mistaken identity. And if that rapper didn't brandish his firearm inside the mall, he probably wouldn't be arrested for murder right now. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And today, I'll catch you guys on the next one.